Hello and welcome to MOV Movie Reviews. I'm Jonny D and this is KJ, and we're here in Smoot Theater in downtown Parkersburg, and today we're going to review Oculus.
See the mirror hanging there. Face of silver, frame of black. Oculus of glass. I stare. I can feel you staring back. I hear your voice. Believe your lies. A window, portal, darkened door. Should you claim my staring eyes, my soul you'll hold forevermore.
All right, so that was 2013 Oculus, starring Gillian, which happens to be
Amelia Pond
in Doctor Who, which we talked about last week.
Yep.
And to be honest, horror movies are hit and miss.
Yeah.
I mean, they are hit and miss. And what happens is I'll see trailers and I'm like, it's okay. But she was in this, and I absolutely loved her from Doctor Who. I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what the movie about. And all in all, it wasn't a bad movie.
You know, I mean, I've only seen three major things that she's been in. I've seen the Doctor Who series, which she was great in.
Right.
I saw Oculus, which I was actually very impressed with. And then I saw her as Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's right.
And
that's right.
she knocks it out of the ballpark every
You don't
time.
even know it's her.
No, but
I mean, with all the makeup, and it's like, you know.
But she did shave her head for the role.
Directed by Mike Flanagan.
Yep.
And it's kind of a unique concept because it really only focuses around those two, the brother and sister.
Yes.
And the mirror that they have that's possessed.
Yeah.
That it feeds off of people and everything.
Yeah.
And it's basically her trying to document it and prove it.
Exactly. Yeah.
After he gets out of the psych ward.
And you know, I find it humorous that there's also like a couple other science fiction characters that we know who star in the movie with Gillian. The girl who played Starbuck on Battlestar Galactica. The movie is great. It's nice and creepy. There's lots of little jump scares in there that I was waiting for, and it surprised me that it actually delivered on such a good note.
Now, see, and I disagree a little bit just because of the fact that, you know, I like the idea. I really do. I love it. I've always loved the idea of the mirror being like almost another universe or something, and that whole part of it. And I think it's really cool that they use that as the focal point. And in the movie, you don't know what's real and what's in their head.
Yeah.
Because the mirror is making them think that they're doing stuff, but they're really not.
Yeah.
You know, all that kind of stuff. And I really love that thing. But in the end, after watching the whole thing, it was just kind of dull. I didn't really find it really creepy. It was interesting. It had a lot of cool elements in it, and there was a couple of spots that were really good. But all in all, I just felt it kind of dull.
Like I said, there's nice little creepy moments in it. There's a couple of really good jump scares. I enjoyed the movie, but what really stole the show was Gillian. She knocked out of the ballpark. I kept waiting for her accent to kick in, and it not once did it do it. It surprised me because almost any actor, whenever they do an accent, it starts to slip every once in a while.
Right.
But she didn't. She did an amazing job. I would recommend watching it when you get a chance. I don't recommend you going right out and seeing it.
If you like horror at all, it's one of the better horror movies. When you compare it to other movies as a whole, like I said, it's kind of dull. So you watch it when you can.
Yep.
You know, it's available on Netflix, so just watch it when you can.
Yep.
All right. So when we come back after the break, we will be looking at the series Hemlock Grove.
I see things sometimes. hear these whispers.
What do you think it was that brought us here?
The mysteries of mortality.
Something was out there. Something bad.
There are things that look like you and me. Smiles, beating hearts. These things are only masks, hiding the creature beneath.
Do you see me as someone you can trust?
There's this new kid. He's a gypsy.
Those people are my business. Stay away from them.
What are you? Something's going on here. You can't act like it's not.
Run. Run before it's too late for you.
Who else is gonna die?
It's enough to give one the shivers.
So that was Hemlock Grove, Netflix original series. They got 2 seasons on Netflix right now. There's not a lot I can really say about this show because I'm going to be completely honest here. I didn't enjoy the first several episodes, and the only reason I kept watching was because he told me that it got much, much better.
Which it did.
It did.
It got a lot better. They basically have the 2 stories going on. They have a kid story, kind of teenager-esque, and then they have adult stories. And the adult stories are extremely interesting and really good. It's a different take on kind of vampires and werewolves and monsters and creatures of all kinds. All in all, if you get a chance, you should probably watch it. It's good. It's just you got to kind of push through it.
My biggest complaint of the series itself was the fact that the first episode, and even most of the second episode, we introduce you to like a dozen different characters, dozen different storylines,
right.
And you still don't know who any of these characters are,
right.
Or they hint at the storylines. They don't tell you what the story is. And the first episode, like I said, after I watched it, I was like, no, I think I'm done. I can't even get through the first episode. It was that bad. To me, it was that bad. I mean, everybody's acting was fine. Famke Janssen, I love her. She's an amazing actress. I do. I like her. But after that first episode, I was kind of done with it. I really didn't care.
Right.
And then you told me to go back and continue it, so I watched the second episode. Had a really great moment at the end of the second episode with we finally get to see the werewolf transformation.
Right.
And it was really, really unique. It's not unique. It's been done before, but not to this degree.
Right.
And I really enjoyed that. It wasn't until like the 5th episode that I actually got into it. And then I really liked it. In the second season, I started it, and I started to get bored again.
It's the same thing. The second season does the exact same thing, which is kind of unfortunate because you do come off of such a good part at the end of the first season, and then it kicks in, and with the second season, you're just like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Why are we watching this again? And then it does the same thing. It builds. It builds until like about halfway through, it becomes really good again.
Yeah.
And it's really enjoyable to watch. But you can't skip it. You can't you can't say like, okay, start watching from episode 5.
Yeah.
Because the other there's stuff that happens and things are going on. If you like supernatural, especially, I guess pseudo horror almost, you know, that kind of thing, it's definitely worth watching, and it's something that you can go through. I would say take your time with the first few episodes and then binge watch the rest of them, which you'll probably do naturally, because it just gets really good near the end.
You really have to work your way through those first couple episodes, but it is a good payoff. I don't know if I would binge watch it just because of those first couple episodes.
It's tough.
It is.
But if you push through those first few episodes, you'll probably start really enjoying it. You know, so unless you were a Twilight fan, and then you'll probably enjoy the hell out of the beginning of it.
Twilight was horrible.
Absolutely. All right. So that's it. That's it for this show. Thanks for watching MOV Movie Reviews. Don't forget to go to movshows.com and check out all the other episodes and shows that we have, and let us know what you think and if we want us to review anything in the comments. Have a great day.
Cheers.